Good morning, my name is Pat and I belong to Hadley Baptist Church. And the reason I'm here now is because after a discussion at church one evening, the question was asked, do you have a story to tell? And I put my hand up and I said, I do. And here I am today to tell you how I came to know Jesus as my Lord, my Saviour, my Lord and my friend. It could be a very long story, but I just want to list really the steps along the way. I'd always believed in God and went to Sunday school and to various churches. And when I came to Hadley, I went to the Methodist Church. And one night, I think it was New Year's Eve, 1965, I heard a preacher say something about circumcision of the heart. Well, all my life went before my eyes, and I realised what a sinner I was. And I just couldn't get out. I wanted to get out of that pew, but I was right in the middle, and I could not get out. And that was the start. The second thing was I really wanted to study the Bible. And in September, this is 1972, someone knocked the door and offered to come in and study the Bible with me. And I thought, great. And I was with that group for a while, and on Good Friday I went to a meeting at Sudbury, and the preacher said something about Jesus. And suddenly in my mind came the thought, Jesus is important in all this. Whatever it was, Jesus was important. Then one day I met a lady who came to this church. She was very kind and spoke about me coming here. And she listened to my tale. Well, the first time I came, it was the Sunday school anniversary. It was always the third Sunday in May. And that was in May 1973. And as I walked out, came down the path, I saw a lady who had lived here in Hadley before. She lived round the corner from me. And the pastor, her husband was the pastor at the time. And he was here visiting for the anniversary. I just said to her, can I come here to the Bible study and prayer meeting? And she just said, I want to study the Bible, I said, but I don't want to get involved. Oh, yes, she said. So I came along and then started coming on a Sunday night. One night, Pastor French read from John chapter 10. Verily, verily, I say unto you, this is the old version of the Bible, who entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbs up some other way, is a thief and a robber. Well, that was Sunday night. On the Monday night, I couldn't sleep. I didn't want to be a thief and a robber. I clenched my fists and put my foot out, just wanting to go through the door. On Thursday morning, I had the radio on and listened to the message at 7:45. The song Amazing Grace was sung. And the words came to me. By grace you are saved through faith, not of works, lest any man should boast. And in that moment, something happened. I just opened the windows and sang Amazing Grace. I can't sing in tune, most people know that. But that morning, there was nothing else I could do. I felt so free and light, as if a weight, it makes me cry, as if a weight had gone from me. All my searching for truth really was over. The next step was I wanted to be baptised. On September the 9th, 1973, I was baptised and became a member of this church. And to think that in May 1973, I didn't want to get involved, and here I was, totally involved and part of the church. When I was baptised, an old lady. She was about 60. That seems a bit of a cheek now, but to me she seemed old. And she put a verse in the Bible she gave me, and it said, "All things work together for good to those that love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose." I didn't know much about Jesus then, but I have learned over the years and appreciate more and more what he did for me when he died on that cross. And all through these 50 years, I've known that he's been a constant friend. I've lost constant friend and saviour forever, and I've lost a lot of people on the way. But Jesus knows all about our sorrows, and he understands. And I've come through a lot of grief. And I think that amazing grace, through many toils and snares, I have already come. And it's grace that will take me home. And sometimes I think about a lot. Sometimes I think about the cross, and I close my eyes, and try to see the cruel nails and crown of thorns and Jesus crucified for me. But I know he is alive now in heaven, and one day I shall see him face to face and tell the story, saved by grace. Do you have a story to tell?